Hey there, it's Derek from Pacific Coast Auto in Japan, and we're looking here at a Mitsubishi Delica L300 Star Wagon. And what's weird about this one is this one's going to Canada, where you can import the newer version of the Delica, but Mitsubishi was smart, and they made this one at the same time as they made the L400, overlapped for, I believe, 10 years or so. And so this one here is newer than the ones that we usually have on the channel, and it has a few differences compared to the ones that you can legally import to the USA. And these are super popular vehicles to import to the USA right now. Not very popular for Canada. In fact, this is the first one we've sold to Canada since the L400s have become importable. And they are pretty different. This one here has cab over the engine instead of engine in front. It has much more aggressive styling, sharper styling, more off-road, more Transformer-esque. In my opinion, a better looking vehicle. The L400 is more of a, I don't know. This one feels like an enthusiast vehicle for sure. The L400s I like very much, but they feel more like a real car than an enthusiast vehicle. And I don't know if that really makes any sense, but I'm gonna go with it. Also, sorry that it's raining today. We don't have enough time to not shoot these on rainy days, and so when we get rainy days, we'll have to shoot the videos. I'm very, very sorry about that. Also, really awesome fog lights, and I'll talk more about that in just a second. But first off, engine, which is under the seats. Have a look at it. 1997 this one is, with 2.5 liter diesel engine. And then the L400's got a 2.8 liter diesel. Interesting that they didn't put the 2.8 liter diesel into these, but this 2.5 is very reliable. Oil leaking from the valve cover gasket is really the only concern that I've ever really seen onto these. The timing belt has been changed twice, once in 2010 and once in 2017, which was less than 10,000 kilometers ago, and so that's really good. Here's the inspection sheet. I'm going to read over it, and this Delica is probably the best looking L400. Well, I don't know. Saying the best makes it a 100% certainty, but certainly one of the best condition versions that I've seen, and one that has been taken care of very well. So let's go over the auction inspection sheet here. 1997 Delica Star Wagon. This one here's a 9.3. 9 means 1997 in Japan, and then 3 of course for March. 2.5 liter diesel engine, original white, and then white Delicas are worth more because they are really good looking. 185,078 kilometers. Seems a little bit high for a Japanese vehicle, but these engines are reliable, and so I wouldn't be too worried. I would be a little bit worried about the interior, but this one has quite nice looking interior compared to what a lot of the Delicas tend to have. They tend to be a car that is fairly dirty when you buy them from auction, and so they require a lot of cleaning up. This one looks to be better than most of them for the interior. So auction grade 3.5. I would really argue that this is more like a 4. Interior C, which I would say is more like a B, and so thumbs up to the owner of this one. 185,078 kilometers on here. No sales points, no reports. Notes, pardon me. And then the report says interior is dirty, underside surface rust. Very scratched and dense, and seat wear. And then the body of it, look, is very close to perfect. It has some mild dents over here, which are actually not as bad as it shows on the sheet, and then a pretty big one at the back here, which is big, and I'll show you that. Okay, I'm gonna put this down here, and we'll go do the once around. Okay, so yeah, L300. Very, very cool looking, and especially cool if you put a lift on them and then put bigger tires. Although for everyday driving, the original suspension and original tires are going to feel better. Still, it does look like it has been lifted. This is the original suspension on it. White mirror at the back. That would be a change for the late model versions, or the owner painted it themselves, and then there you can see the big dent at the top. It looks like they backed into something. This bar at the back is original and matches the earlier model ones. As far as I know, nothing on the outside is going to be different on the later model ones like this one is, except for maybe the sticker packages. This one says Active World on the back, which I haven't seen before. And Active World would be the trim level, and then the trim levels generally dictate which seats that you get and which types of seats, which fabrics of seats, and then possibly some other options. Okay, so you get a nice mirror that hangs off the side there for extra visibility. Cool bumper guard with the yellow fog lights in the middle, all of that stock. It says Mitsubishi, like, watch out, I'm coming through. A Mitsubishi, which is weird in Canada because we never got Mitsubishis until like 99 or 2000 or 2001 or something. Okay, we got blue lights down here. They're actually brighter than they look. And then the yellow lights here, a lot of them come with these fog lights. Very, very few of them come with this plastic guard over the fog lights, which kind of prevents snow from gathering in front of the fog lights. And I quite like it, and they're usually in really rough condition. This one is transparent, not cloudy, not broken. It does have some rain droplets on the inside, but very cool. Also, this is a chrome bumper. They come in chrome and white, and I believe some of them come in black, but the chrome is all in good condition. No problems with it. We have a tiny bit of rust right here and right here. And on the license plate holder, bracket piece. So not on the body, only on the bracket. Okay, no rust along here, no rust on the back, and none on the underside that I can see. Surface rust is pretty normal for a vehicle that is this old. Corrosion is popular on these cars, but this one doesn't have anything to be worried about. Side panels are in good shape. It's a big plus. Side steps have no problems with corrosion underneath them, which is another thing you have to worry about. And yeah, license plate off to the side there is very cool looking, I think. So it's a four-wheel drive, selectable four-wheel drive with low gear ratio, diesel turbo, minivan. And yeah, really fun and cool vehicle, and more of these need to go to Canada, where this is going to be a pretty rare vehicle these days, I would say, because you know, the L400 is the more common of the Delicas in Canada. Okay, so the doors here are pretty normal. Nothing is different between this model and the earlier ones. They tend to get heat warpage here, but this one is in good shape. Something different, the older ones have central locking except for on the back hatch. This one, luckily, because it's really annoying, the back hatch opens along with the other doors. When you unlock it, the back hatch opens. That was always a big annoyance of mine, that you had to go in and actually press a button and then go to the back to unlock it to get in. But that switch has been replaced by this switch that I don't know what it is, and perhaps somebody can tell me what it is. It says lock WDO unlock, but it doesn't do anything to the back hatch. And it kind of sounds like a switch that would be like you're locking differentials, but I don't think that this car ever came with an option for a switch for locking the differentials like Land Cruisers and Defenders and G-Wagons have, because that's on more of a dedicated 4x4 vehicle. So someone's gonna have to tell me what that switch actually means. I'm sure somebody knows. Fog lights there, rear fan, and then steering wheel here has a cover on it, is otherwise normal. The horn is very sensitive, and I don't want to actually touch it because those people are going to get super scared. But yeah, it's more sensitive than it should be, so something might be a little bit off there. This fabric I've never seen before, but I've also never seen a 1997 Delica. And I quite like it. Gives the interior a fresh feel. This one's automatic transmission, but can have manuals. You get different switches here for the power windows than the earlier ones, which was a surprise to me. And this is all in good condition and very nice. All of this is the same as the earlier ones, except the dashboard now has a soft touch material instead of a hard plastic, which I guess they thought was an upgrade, but they possibly weren't thinking that it's going to get deteriorated with sun damage, which this one has. And so you may be able to heat gun that. It's a squishy material. You can see it moves when you touch it. You may be able to heat gun it into appropriate shape. I don't really know. Maybe an interior specialist would be able to tell. Okay, these things here are pretty cool, except the thermometer doesn't work on this one. Okay, it's a bit dirty, but not nearly as dirty as most of these Delicas tend to be. Nice big section here, and this folds flat so that it can be used to put cups on if you wanted, but it's not very stable. Okay, mechanically everything is good. E-brake is good, shifting is nice and smooth. It's in two-wheel drive here, but you go up for four-wheel drive and four-wheel drive low. Vehicle has been smoked in, but doesn't smell bad. Very retro style gauges, but they're the same gauges as the old ones. So I don't know if you could consider them retro on purpose. They were just made from old parts. Ah, there you go. See, you touch the camera and it beeps. Okay, floor mat is floor matty, which is probably the best way you can describe a floor mat, because by definition you're always going to be right about it. Oh, I'm stuck. Look. Ah. Okay. Timing belt sticker, one of them is here, another one of them is in the engine room. Close that up. Wow, too bright! And actually, they are really bright when driving at night. It gives you a lot of great visibility for like stones and things that are right in front of you. Gives it a lot more contrast. Okay, lots of room here. There's an option actually that you can get little seats on here so that you can sit on them when facing backwards. Not with seat belts, of course, but something that you can sit on when you're just hanging out inside your car. This one here is the full bed option. Sort of. It's like 2 bench seats, but this one folds flat and that one folds flat, and then this one comes out and then folds flat to make a bed for you to go sleep on or do other things that you do on beds if you want. This has been painted by the owner. It's usually gray like the other side. These seats, pretty normal. AC and heater controls in the back there, as well as curtain rails you can see on the top and the bottom, but the curtains have been removed. It would have come originally with curtains. This is a high roof model, so lots and lots and lots and lots of room. Plus you get vents up here and there, so you can feel like you're in a Greyhound bus or an airplane. All the mats are in good shape, albeit a little bit dirty. And then this one has a different mat here. This looks like it's an original mat, but not all of them had that. That might be only on the later versions, like the 97. Okay, and into the back seat here. Oh, and the wiper is oddly in the up position. Wiper in the up position. Okay, and matching mat here in the back. And this is again one that doesn't come on the early models. A lot of times these mats are just options that you can pick for your car. Like there will be like interior comfort package, and it will come with different mats and stuff. So I don't really know. This seat has, this one can flip, or these ones can flip, or all of them can flip and then flip again, kind of Land Cruiser style to give you more room in the back. Quite a bit of room. And then, yeah, very cool. Ooh, ooh, Lancer Evolution. Okay, that is the end of the video, and I'm only shooting 2 reports today because when it rains, the sky is this dark. We only have an hour before the sun goes down anyway. We're not going to be able to have time. That is going to be the end of the video here. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed hanging out in the rain here. But yeah, if you like, there are lots of videos like this on the channel, lots of Delicas. So go nuts and see them all if you want. And to the buyer of this, thank you very much. Ooh, Toyota Porte. That car only has 3 doors. It's really weird. Okay, the end. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.